into the abyss of a new dark age, made more sinister and perhaps more protracted by the lights of perverted sorrow.
Alright guys, here's yet another BAL Quickset render demonstration video for you guys. A pre-mixed rapid set and poly-modified sand cement render mortar from thicknesses up from, it says 2 to 20mm. I go from 0 to 20, absolutely fine. You can go onto ceramics, natural stone, plaster walls, plasterboard walls, anything guys. So this is an ideal product that you guys need to learn how to use if you want to be able to prep all backgrounds. Enjoy. Alright guys, so as we seen yesterday, we prepped the wall, didn't we? So this wall is well out of tolerance. It's, you know, there's chunks of it taken away. You could never tile this background. So yesterday what we done was we prepped the two battens, top and bottom, and we made sure that they were nice and plumb, using a straight batten. So if we put that on there, you can see it's perfectly flat right across, and we've got one on the top, one on the bottom, ready to fill with render today, and that's what we're going to do. So the tools that we're going to need to do this: hawk and trowel. Okay, that's for putting the render on the hawk. It's just like easier than getting it out of your bucket every time, saves you back. And a trowel for putting the gear on the wall. Bucket trowel. We have a float for floating later on. We'll go through that in a wee bit. We've got a derby. Probably not going to use the derby till later on in this scenario, but this is like think of it like a big trowel with two handles on the back, and you can actually straighten walls with these alone when you get good with them. And we've got a feather edge for pulling the render across when we get it on, okay? And we've got a scratcher for taking away any high points later on. Okay guys? So the render's been mixed. Get it on the hawk. And we can just start applying it to the background. Because we've already done a scratch coat, we can get right on with it. Now you will find with this stuff it is going to drop on the floor. There's no getting away from that. It's just the nature of it. So my first coat is quite tight. It's quite tight against the background. And then my second coat's going to go on a wee bit thicker so that we can then pull it across and get it nice and straight. And that's the first stage, okay? So, nice and tight. I'll fill in that section as well, okay? But you're gonna do that in a minute. Second stage. We're gonna put it on a bit thicker, and you can see we've got about anything from 2mm to about 8mm to fill in between now, okay? And then once we've done that, we can pull this across, and that'll give us our flat finish, or close to. So the second coat there, you want it on thicker, okay? So on, roll your wrist over. Can you see that thickness? See that? Para. I'm gonna go. Now for you guys that have had a go with this in here, this is a lot different. This is a lot different to your sand cement render that we use in here and lime. It's a lot gooier. You can tell it's easier to work with. Doesn't fall to the floor as much. Okay.
Sink into the abyss of a new dark age, made more sinister and perhaps more protracted by the lights of perverted sorrow.
Okay, a little bit more on the left, and then we'll show you how to pull it across with the rail. Okay. Feather edge, I'm working from right to left, holding it tight against the rails. In fact, I'm going to go from left to right so you can get a better look at this. Can you see it pulling off? Let that drop to the floor, guys. You can scoop that back into your bucket. And what that's going to do is, I'm just going to pull a nice flat back round. See how flat that is, even just now? Yeah? Now we're going to get this really nice looking, really flat. Once it gets to a certain stage, we can start to give it a float. If there's any low points, you can fill them in, but we're going to show that throughout the day anyway. So that's the first stage, guys. Any questions?
sink into the abyss of a new dark age, made more sinister and perhaps more protracted by the lights of perverted sorrow.
All the centuries are beyond repair,
Alright guys, so it's started to, you can touch it now, it's starting to firm up a little bit like flapjack. And what we can do is we can use a float and just using circular motions we can just go over it like so. And what this does is this takes away some of the high points, fills in some of the low points. If there's any bits that I want to fill, I can add them in. So I've got a little gap here. I can put another bit of rendering and then going over. Sorted. At this stage we can actually pull these little wooden battens out as well. Now it doesn't need to look perfect because we're tiling it. Okay, so you can spend as much time as you want making it look aesthetically pleasing, but really at the end of the day you're just trying to get it within tolerance, and that's what we've done there already. So we're just going to carry on now. Now we've got to this stage, we can actually use the wall itself as the rule and fill in the bottom piece. So as you can see, this bottom area that we couldn't reach, we can now, using the actual wall as a guide, just catch that now with a bit of render. So we're going to do that next. So here guys, we're just using the scratcher. You usually go on with the scratcher after about anything from an hour to an hour and a half. Once it gets a bit flapjacky and you can take away any high points, it's worth getting in the corners with that as well, because that's where it sort of bulges out. As you can see, Imi here is showing us how flat the wall is with the straight edge, and putting the straight edge on horizontally, vertically, in different areas to make sure that we are within tolerance, which is 3mm over 2 meters. But you can see that is that is proper flat now, bob on as we say. And that's basically it. So this was completed over a 4-hour period. So you know, easy to do, guys, and a great thing to know how to do, so you never have to worry about any backgrounds. You can always straighten them up, and it's always worth doing this process yourself because you know that it's done properly as well. You can actually trim these windows. We didn't today, but you can put a trim round also. Right guys, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial on rendering a background for tiling. As you can see, it's a nice easy process, not too difficult, and it allows us to tile onto those backgrounds the same day if need be. So guys, if there's any other videos that you want us to do, just let us know in the comments box below, and we'll get onto it. Cheers guys!